I feel like I'm hosting the TV show of, who's the dad, who's the father, but what is Pretzel? Um, we did the Embark DNA. My mom purchased it as a welcome home pretzel after we adopted her because we didn't know what she was. A little backstory. I was actually just browsing the county animal adoption website because they also do rabies vaccines. And I was browsing the hours and days they were offering the free rabies vaccines for our cats. And I made the mistake of browsing the adoptable dogs and cats. And I was scrolling and came across Pretzel's picture, but she was named Molly at the time. And senior dogs were free, and senior dogs is 10 and up at our county shelter, and Pretzel was listed as 10, and she didn't look 10, but something just in the picture, I was just obsessed. And I was joking, we're adopting her, and then my husband and I were talking, we were like, oh, we actually are adopting her. We had called to make sure that nobody was showing interest in her, or, was she getting looked at a lot? And they were like, no, nobody's shown any interest. She had been there almost 3 months. And it's probably because she was a senior dog, and not a lot of people show interest in older dogs. And they said that the story they had on her was somebody found her roaming a gas station a couple cities away from the county shelter, and he took her in for the night, and he really wanted to keep her, but he had so many dogs and cats that he just didn't have the space to bring in another one. So then the next morning he brought her into the shelter, and when they scanned her, she was microchipped, but there was no information on the chip. It had been wiped clean except for her name, Molly, her age, 10, and the breed down was German Shepherd. But the contact information for the owner was wiped clean. So we kind of think maybe it was like a purposeful dump, why would they just keep those specific facts of her on the chip and not the contact information? And she was well taken care of. She was fully trained, her teeth in great condition. She knew commands, she can give paw, she knew sit, stay. She doesn't really roll over that well. She kind of flops like a fish. She knows the command hug, and she knows to jump on you and hug you. She was well taken care of. So her history is a mystery, and but we wanted to know her breeds because we knew German Shepherd wasn't accurate. So we did the Embark DNA test, and it came back that her age was between 10 and 14, which was accurate. And it said that she has a recessive gene of red hair, which I felt such a connection to. It said that she has no predisposition to diseases. That's not to say don't stay vigilant in checkups, but she doesn't hold any markers for anything specifically, which I know that's more common with mutts, I'll say. The likelihood of health problems for genetics is less than purebreds. But let's get into her breeds. Now, again, it's a German Shepherd, and we know German Shepherd was not it in terms of oh, that's her only breed. And I have down what people assumed on here and guessed what her breeds were, and everybody said a German Shepherd in there somewhere. So we had a German Shepherd Lab with a blackmouth cur or Australian cattle dog combo, because I said there were 3 breeds involved. Another one was German Shepherd with a golden retriever and either a yellow lab or a pit bull. Then we have German Shepherd with a yellow lab or pit bull and a Rhodesian Ridgeback. Fancy. And I will say, none of those are right. Not a single breed of the guessing there is correct. And I can totally see why, like Lab made it on there, the Golden Retriever. I can see why any one of those combinations was guessed. Okay, so Pretzel is 50% one breed, and then 25% and 25% another breed. So one of her parents was a purebred, and then the other parent had two different breeds in them. So to start off, she is 25% Dutch Shepherd. So she is shepherdy. It's just not German Shepherd. It's Dutch Shepherd. And then the other 25% is Belgian Malinois. And they all have that similar long snout, similar coloring, so I can see why German Shepherd was assumed. And then the one that threw us off is she is 50% Rottweiler. That one threw me off completely because I don't think in any way, shape, or form, I'm looking at her because she's right over there, I don't think she is any way, shape, or form visually built like a Rottweiler, other than like that reddish little blotchy parts that they have. Maybe that's where she gets the recessive red gene from, but that is what she is: Rottweiler, Dutch Shepherd, and Belgian Malinois. And I think that's super interesting because she does have so many qualities of them. She can be super playful and rambunctious, like she in no way acts like what is now a 12-year-old dog. But she is totally content, just curled up on the couch all day too. And she is very, very protective of our house, our property, and of us. If I were to walk her, I in no way feel threatened, because if anyone comes close to our house, she is barking, pulling, jumping. She has mapped out what is protected and who is safe elsewhere. And if she sees anybody in this house struggling, upset, having problems, she's yelping, she's barking, she's, you know, like Lassie trying to tell another one of us, hey, so-and-so is in distress. And she warmed up to us so fast. We always saw these signs that say, you know, give an adopted pet 3 weeks, like 3 days, 3 weeks, and 3 months. And by 3 months, they're fully acclimated and in the family. Overnight, she was a part of the family. I did a lot of rigorous like routine training with her and introducing her to our routines and where she belonged. And I think that also helped, and her breeds let her absorb all that information because she's so smart. But immediately she took to us, and she took to the routines, and she figured out what everybody was like here. And she also took to her name overnight. She never ever responded to Molly, and within the first day you said Pretzel, and she she would look at you and go, what's up, what you need? So yeah, that is Pretzel's story. And yeah, all right, well, thank you for all the guesses, and it was a lot of fun. And we still get emails from Embark of like close family members of who shares a lot of her breeds, so that's interesting. But I do recommend that DNA kit if you're curious. It's expensive, so wait for sales or save up for it, or maybe it'll get gifted. But I do recommend it. All right, well, thanks for playing along and listening to me blab about Pretzel, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Oh, did I wake you? Yes, I woke her. Oh, thank you. But this is Pretzel, and she just woke from a nap. Yeah. Where'd you go? Pretzel. Hi. Okay, I just had to show off her little lovey face. Yes. Oh, I know. Oh, okay. Okay, you can go back to your nap.